Hi guys, welcome back to Wolf with a Pencil, but as you know you can call me Wolf for short. And today, actually give me 1 minute. Okay, now I'm ready. I just got my cappuccino that my mum made for me. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm finally getting to my sketchbook tour because it's been obvious that I haven't done that in a while. Well, I say a while, this is my first sketchbook tour of this channel. Or no, my third, since I kind of put my third, since I kind of put two sketchbooks tours together in one video, which is my last video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It will be in the link in the description down below. It's for let me put this here. It's for my coursework that I did back at school last year for year 11. I'm currently in college now, so you know my life is a little bit more hectic. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking so we can get into this. Okay, now, here is my Meet the Artist. This is my very first Meet the Artist that I've done, since I didn't do any other Meet the Artists before. So this is my first one that I'm doing. And obviously you can see everything, you know, all my interests. I won't go through them. Like, if you can read them, you can pause that and read them yourself if you really want to, but I'm not going to pause it. But yeah, this is kind of like my avatar, how I draw myself. Sometimes I barely draw myself, but anymore anyways. But this is like my avatar, so this is like the kind of new version of me that you may see if I happen to draw my avatar again. And yeah, that's about it. Obviously my favorite and spirit animal is a wolf. Like, obviously if you see here, I listen to a lot of that. I love drawing. Obviously that has to be the first thing up there, and dancing, you know, a lot of things. If you want to read it, you can. My handwriting's a bit messy, but oh well. This wasn't the very first thing I did in my sketchbook though. Oh, sorry. Okay, so now I moved on to drawing my mum. This isn't exactly what my mum looks like. My mum, it has her features, but it doesn't look exactly like her. Anyway, I mean, I did do the top of her head a bit too flat, which is, I'm not too happy about that because I should have added more locks, but I couldn't. But yeah, like, it's kind of a representation. If you go to my Heart of a Wolf video that I did probably 3 or 4 months back now, I was trying to basically do the same thing here, but because my mum loves panthers, that's why I decided to draw her a panther in her chest instead of a wolf. Whereas I gave myself a wolf on my chest. She said she didn't want ears and she wanted her eyes, so that's what I did. Yeah, so go back to my my Heart of a Wolf video and to see that one as well. So okay guys, so this one, it's quite personal to me, and I drew myself really well in this one as well. And this is basically as close as you're gonna get to for me to be doing a face reveal, because I'm not gonna be doing that anytime soon, seriously. But so I drew myself really well here, and basically these are the 4 sides of me. So this one here is me, and this one here is my wolf version, my demon version, because as you know I like to draw demons, and my anime version, because I love anime. And this is me, basically. This is what I'm about. Like, I put Wolf Queen down here and everything. So, and I signed it, obviously. So, and also, this is something that I hope to plan to put on my wall, as I do have something, I do have something on my wall already, but I'm sick of it and I don't really like it anymore. So I'm basically going to repaint my entire room, redecorate it when I get the chance to. I already got the paints, but you know, I need to clean up my room first since my room is kind of messy. So when I have time to do that, this is what I'll be putting on my wall, and when I do it, I'll film it. So yeah, and moving on. So this is a kind of incomplete drawing, and it's quite personal, so I'm not going to get too deep into what it is or what it's about. But I was just drawing something from my memory of this had something to do with my childhood. But yeah, so I mean, I'm not going to get into it, but it's unfinished, and honestly I kind of like that it's unfinished. You know, not everything in your sketchbook has to be finished. Next one is, this is a redraw actually from my little friends, like my she's basically like my little sister, if I'm being honest with you. Shout out to her. I'm not going to say her real name, but shout out to her anyway. And she named this girl, she drew me a picture the very first time I saw her after a few years of not seeing her. And it was a watermelon girl. And I decided, this is a really cute drawing, so I'm going to redraw it when I get home. And so when I got home, I did redraw it, but I did it in an anime style. And I sent a picture to her so she could see it as well. So, yeah, she named this her watermelon girl, so this is her character, and, yeah, I'm really happy with how it looks, and she's super happy with how it looks as well. So, yeah, I mean, I'm quite proud of this as well, because I think I got the facial features quite right, and, like, I'm broadening my skills, so that's always good. Okay, so I know you can see my pro markers, underneath, but basically this was meant for a video, and I was filming it, and I was doing the do this in your arts, in different art, do one character in different art styles challenge, like the 20 art styles challenge, but I was going to do it to the 10 art styles challenge and then do it part 2, which I'll do the next 10. But, you know, the software that I was using at the time obviously wasn't great enough, and it stopped halfway, it stopped working, and I lost all my footage. So this is as far as I got, and I kind of gave up. So if you can I mean, I've already got the references down here from what shows they're from, but if you can kind of guess without looking down where they're from, then I mean, I would be happy and grateful that you knew where they're from, because then that means my skills in variety of art styles is improving. Moving on, once I drink some of this. Oh, that's still hot. Oh. Okay, so hopefully you already know who this is, because I have shown you my Meet My OCs video, which I did probably about 2 months ago now. And so obviously you've seen this one before, and I'm really proud of this. This was like my second time using pro markers after not using them for years, because I, you know, advanced in my skills, and it was really good. And then I was practicing her facial features over here, because I'm hopefully going to be writing a story about them, or a comic on them really soon. And I actually do have a 4th character that I will be revealing soon, next time, maybe in another video, not the next video, but sooner or later. So yeah, and here is just a blank page, so let's move on. And then you have Alex. Yes, Alex. And you obviously have seen this, as I've done it in my OCs drawing. If you haven't seen that, go and watch that video, because, well, and also I would recommend to speed up the video, since I chat quite a lot in that video. So if you go to captions and the speed of it, you know, put it to like 1.5 speed, because I was speaking for a very long time. And over here, as you can see, I was practicing all his different facial expressions and things like that. So let's move on. And then, of course, we have Kendrick. So you should be familiar with this. And yep, shameless plug, go watch my video. That's about it. Go watch my video. And over here, all his facial expressions. I love this one at the bottom. I feel like this is definitely his character all the way, 100%. Definitely, this is Kendrick most of the time. So, you know, I would love to be friends with him. Moving on. Okay, so I have drawn another scenario out for them. You may not or may recognize this picture, because I decided to do it for my thumbnail for my Meet My OCs drawing, but I never actually showed you the full thing. So obviously you've got Alex, Alicia and Kendrick, and then this is just them in school. And if you look very closely, if I move this, okay, I'm just gonna do it this way. I did it in Japanese as well as English, because it's based around, you zoomed in on the wrong part of the thing. Yeah, because it's basically, I want it to be like an anime, like my comic. That's what I want it to be. But it's not based, well, it kind of is based in Japan. I haven't figured it out yet, so leave me to let it figure out, and then I'll get back to you on that. Okay guys, so this next one, not this, but this next one that I'm going to show you is like really exciting for me, because it's the first time that I've drawn them, and I'm going to continue to draw them, and they've recently been, you know, a big, I'm not going to say a big part of my life, but a big part to making me happy and making my music happy. And if you don't know who I'm talking about already, I'm talking about BTS, Bangtan Bulletproof Boy Scouts, Beyond the Scene. They have a lot of names. And so the very first one I drew is Jimin. So I did this, okay, so I did this 3 months ago now. And my friend actually taught me, my friend from college, she taught me how to write his name in Korean as well. So Jimin is my bias from BTS. If you don't know what that means, it's basically the person you stan. And if you don't know what that means, it's the person out of the group that you like the most. But honestly, I love them all, and they are all dear and precious to my heart. But yeah, Jimin, excuse me, but Jimin is you know, he's Jimin. That's all I can say. This took me probably about a few hours to do. Yeah, that was probably it took me about an hour or two, or maybe 3, because I was so scared to draw him. Because it was my first time, and it was my first time drawing a side profile without doing it for a few months. So I was kind of scared. But you know what? It turned out pretty good. And the next one we did, and also I got 2 biases, kind of. Jungkook is my second bias, and he's over here. And even though it doesn't look completely like him, I'm still quite proud of this piece, because I spent days doing this, because I was on and off doing it, because I was just scared, because the angle and the photo that I chose, you know, it was difficult during this one, because all the shadows and the hair and the lighting, and I had a lot of trouble with his nose as well. But yeah, so you can see there was a really big gap between when I did Jimin's one and when I did Jungkook's one. But honestly, all BTS is my bias wreckers, so I don't have a bias wrecker, because the whole group bias wrecks me. If you don't know what that means, just, I don't know, just go to someone that you know who listens to K-pop, and they'll tell you what bias wrecker means. And next over here we did Kim Taeyoung, Tay, and I didn't get his face quite right, but it still kind of resembles him a little bit, so I'm still pretty proud. As you can see near to the bottom, I kind of got lazy and just cross-hatched his tie. And this was from the DNA era, I think. I think I made his jaw too big or something. The angle, yet again, I chose a difficult angle to draw, because I like to challenge myself. But and obviously I left a big gap again from when I did Jungkook's one, because then I ended up doing this the next month, yeah. But I'm still proud of it, and I still like it. And on the next one is Yoongi, Min Yoongi. also known as Sugar. Yeah, this one didn't take me too long since I didn't focus on the rest of his body and only his face. It looks like him a little bit, but I know I can improve, and I definitely will, since I will be drawing them again pretty much sooner or later. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this too. Pretty happy. Next up, we have our leader of BTS, Kim Namjoon, also known as RM, and used to be known as Rap Monster, but he hates it. And I think this one was my best one out of all the drawings of them, because of the use of shading. I spent a lot of time on this one because I really wanted to draw the full image that I got from the internet of him. If I can find it, I'll show you. So this is the picture I used as reference for him, and obviously you can see that he has a lot of creases in his t-shirt, so that's what I did. And moving on to the next, we have Jin here, and I actually did a video on this. If you haven't seen that, shameless plug, go check me out on that video as well. It was called drawing my favorite, I can't even remember what it's called, let me check. It was called Drawing a K-pop Star from My Fave K-pop Group, and it was called A Draw and Chat With Me. That was my second recent video, so go check that one out as well, since I spent a lot of time on it and a lot of effort. So I would appreciate to get a bit more views. I mean, I'm not begging for it, but it would be nice if you went to see it, because I spent a lot of time on that. Way more time than I should have, because I could have been in bed at that time. So yeah, let's just carry on. And finally, we have J-Hope. I actually made him look like a kid in this one. And yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of the hair though. The hair took me forever to draw. Like, oh, you guys don't understand how long it took me to draw his hair. And the angle of his face, yet again, was difficult for me to draw, but I managed to get it done. I think the shading's pretty good as well. So, you know, just keep practicing, kids, and you'll get the hang of it sooner or later. I obviously have a lot of things to brush up on, but I really do see myself improving day by day. I try to draw, I don't always draw every single day, but I try to draw as much as possible. And over here, I'm pretty sure I did a video for this. Yes, I did. So go check that one out. I did a lot of videos in this sketchbook, I've just realized. And I'm not just doing this for you guys to go and check out my videos. I've just realized this myself. But it would be nice for you to go check them out. You don't have to, but to see the process if you want, you can go check them out. So my dog 90 and Rudy, you've met them before in one of my videos. If you haven't, go check that one out too. Oh my god. If anyone can count how many times I've said go check that out, put it down in the comments. I want to see that. Anyway, moving on. Okay, now I'm not going to get into this, since you should already know about this. You should know what this is. So this was from years ago. Yeah, we'll just forget that was there. Yeah, this was from years ago. But yeah, that's about it. And here I did my redraws. So these are both on my channel as well. So if you want to see the process, do I even have to repeat myself? You already know the drill. So yeah, just gonna drink a bit of my coffee. I enjoyed doing these both. Oh, this is nice. If you want a good coffee, get a cappuccino. They're the best kind. I enjoyed doing both of these equally. This one took a bit more time to do because the marker was slowly running out, as you can see. But in the end, they did well. They did well. And this one, guys, this was meant to be a video as well for you, but like before my software decided to crash, and I also had a YouTuber featuring on it as well through my phone, Messy Frenzy. I've been in her videos a couple times, and I've been in her vlogs I think I've been in her vlogs twice now. I wanted to feature her in my video, and we were doing it, and then boom, yeah, lost the footage because my software decided to shut down on me. Anyway, we did Michael Jackson, and she said that she wanted me to do the one, you can only draw with one color, and so she chose this color for me to do, and I did it. So this was Michael Jackson from Bad. And you guys all know where this came from. I submitted it into CHC. Shout out to CHC and the Artist Army. I'm part of so many fandoms, it's actually, wow. But yeah, or squads. I actually are. If anyone else cringed at that, I cringe with you. So CHC and Michelle, his girlfriend, Harley Quinn, the Joker, his hand. Do I need to say any more? I actually might do a redraw of this. That might become a video. That may not. I actually have work to do after this for college. So maybe not today, but maybe another day. We'll see, we'll see. And we're coming to the end of my sketchbook now. And this was the last thing that I drew in my sketchbook. So I decided, yeah, I had to end it with my 3 main characters, even though there's 4 now. But I had to end it with the main 3. And it's kind of a little got comic here, so if I can zoom in on the words. So it says, so Alex is thinking while Alicia is laying on him, and it says, 17 years old, and this girl just lays on me and goes sleep. I thought she would have grown out of this by now. Yep, we all think those things as well, Alex, but it never happens. Like I said before, Alex and Alicia are like siblings. They're like twins. They grew up together from the age of 3, and then Kendrick joined probably a few years later into the friendship group. So, but yeah, that is the end of my sketchbook, and I hope you enjoyed my sketchbook tour. And I might give you a little sneak peek into the sketchbook I currently have, so you can get an idea of who the 4th character is. This is all I'm showing you. So you're gonna have to see in another video who this girl is. Or boy. No, it is a girl. But that's all I'm giving you guys. That is my sneak peek. So I'd like to thank you for watching my videos. And go check out all the shameless plugs I left in this video. Why don't ya? This is nice. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been Wolf with a Pencil, and she's howling at the moon, and she is out. Peace. Bye.